talk about Thanksgiving. And by Thanksgiving, I mean the day of mourning for us indigenous people. It shouldn't be celebrated, like, at all, especially non-indigenous people celebrating it. Reasons being is because we are mourning people that have passed on and relatives who couldn't make it here or make it back in the day for us. It's just not okay. And while we're at it, let's talk about Friendsgiving. It's also another form of violence against us, considering the fact that nothing should be celebrated at this point.
Couple of weeks all across the country, children in schools will be coloring in turkeys and learning the lessons of how pilgrims broke bread with Native Americans and we were all buddies and nothing bad ever happened and we didn't do them any wrong. Knowing how fucking dumb and wrong that is and how horrific we have been to the Native Americans, what do we do with this holiday now? You know, for a long time that I've been aware, you know, I've been trying to figure it out. I've talked to a lot of people about it. Like, do we keep it? Do we stop it? We know the truth now. Is that something we just talk about over Thanksgiving? What? Do we scrap the holiday altogether?
What?
Do we repurpose it? Which is what seems to be happening.
Z doesn't want broccoli. You'll have to ask Zem about that. I'm not sure, but I think these are Zers. I heard Z runs a shop by Zerself. Love that for Zem.
So to start, the way that I use bun-self pronouns is in place of more gendered nicknames. So like instead of saying like a chick or, you know, gal, I'll say bun. And so the reason is I'm non-binary and I feel like bun perfectly encapsulates the balance of my masculine and feminine characteristics. When I think of my femininity, I think of those old lady waitresses at the diners that call everyone hun. And when I think of my masculinity, I think of that very like Canadian, like, oh yeah, bud. Oh fuck yeah, bud. And so for me, bun occupies that perfect middle, that exact halfway spot between, oh, let me get that for you, hun, and fuck yeah, bud. Bud, hun.
So I have this thing, call it a little quirk if you will. I have hair in my armpits. I have it there for a few reasons. 1, lazy. 2, fuck the patriarchy. And 3, your response to them tells me everything I need to know about you.
Story time. So I think that it's very funny how we have these options for men and women bathroom, but a lot of places still do not have gender neutral restrooms, which is very weird to me because when I walk into a restroom, I have to pick and choose full of anxiety which one it is that I'm going to go into because I'm always questioned. I'm always going to be looked at and gawked at by somebody who think I'm in the wrong place, or maybe I've been mistaken, or maybe I'm just a little bit crazy and maybe I'm a little bit of a predator. So for my safety, I have to always wait until there is a place where I can go in and somebody is not going to try to discriminate against me. This would be something that I would not have to worry about as a gender non-conforming person if there was restroom options designed for people like me. Okay, this is not a joke. This is my life. Get with the program.
So I saw this video of a cop forcibly removing a mass subway commuter for asking him to put on a mask. And at first I was confused because there are signs all over the subway stations and subway cars asking people to wear a mask. But then it occurred to me, maybe the NYPD don't know how to read. So I skated to my local mask stand in Chinatown to pick up some masks for them and myself. Just because unemployment benefits ended and the government deems the economy more important than human lives doesn't mean that we're not still in a pandemic. Next, I went to Dunkin' Donuts to get some pig bait. I thought my look was giving, but not everyone seemed to agree. Finally, I hopped the turnstile like all New Yorkers do. If you're upset that I committed fare evasion, I just want to let you know I'm just following the examples of the pigs in this video. Previously, when I tried to give them masks as it was mandated on their job as cases were skyrocketing, they refused them. So this time I got creative and attached masks to a fishing pole with donuts as bait. And finally, it was time for me to go fishing to see if I could trick the pigs into wearing masks on the subway and for once, get the law enforcement to follow the law. Well, it didn't go so well.
I have a mask for you. Fishing for no, it's the law. It's the law to wear a mask. Come back.
When on my way to another station, this pig seemed intrigued by my donut or something. I'm not sure what he was looking back at after I passed, but the whole interaction made me feel disgusted, so I decided to clean my aura with hand sanitizer. I then reminded this pig that his mask goes over his snout. After only 19 months in a pandemic, it must be hard for their small brains to remember that a mask actually goes over your nose. A couple of the NYPD were able to get the hint, and I got a few of them, surprisingly, to put on a mask. However, this one was so offended about the idea of following the law that he called up for backup and even pushed the mask back at me. I must have gotten the wrong flavor of donut or something.
Are you looking for gift ideas? Here are some Dank meme merch. They are perfect gifts for your friends, your family and yourself. They offer worldwide shipping. They have a very wide selection of many merch, such as meme merch, movie merch, anime merch, girl merch and many more. They have amazing prices and sales. Great for everybody. Just click the link in the description.
Hi, my name is Harvey Quinn, and this is my new song called Biden Boy. Baby, I'm a Biden boy. I'm a Biden boy. Democrats are number one, so we're gonna take your guns. Baby, I'm a Biden boy, just trying to make it. And you better get that vax. I know the medical facts. You better wear that mask, or I'm gonna kick your ass.
No nuance November. Here's everything that's wrong with America. Let's go. Firstly, for context, my name's Emma, I live in Australia, and I have degrees in sociology and law. Number 1, in a surprise to no one, what's wrong with America? Guns. Y'all are obsessed with your right to bear arms. Here's a concept. I don't give a shit. Australia had one gun-related massacre called Port Arthur. 35 people died, and we basically banned guns. The government did a voluntary recall and people voluntarily handed in their weapons. Because we understand that human life and protecting human life is more important than owning a gun. And that's something you all don't seem to have got yet. Okay, but you have a constitution which gives you this right to bear arms. The Constitution is out of date.
But I'm just going to post this every time people ask me the same questions over and over again. My name's Farah. I am a trans woman as well as an intersex woman. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, or your grace. My eyes are tattooed. My nose is a piercing. I identify as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess, so please bow down to me. I do not believe in God, I don't worship the devil, but yes, I am a Satanist, which means I am my own God and I worship myself. Thank you, have a good day.
Me feeling sad.
Dogs back, Lord protect me with this tech. I ain't prayed for this protect. Remember the day I got the text, another fatherless child. Can't act right cause they left him fall.